Saint Mutien Marie, The Art of Passion and Devotion.
Who is Saint Mutien Marie YY? He was born Louis Joseph YY and spent his early life with his devoutly Catholic family in the small French-speaking village of Melay, Belgium. His father was a devout man who made a living as a blacksmith, while his mother kept a small tapestry. He worked as an apprentice in his father's shop. However, Louis Joseph, a gentle and obedient boy who was marked by his piety, was physically and temperamentally unfit for this career.
At the age of 15, he started his pastorate with the Brothers of the Christian Schools in Namur. Here, he received the name Mutien Marie. He gained the reputation of strictly living according to the rule of the institute. Nonetheless, his fellow novices enjoyed his company due to his reliable sense of humor.
Mutien Marie left the novitiate to teach in different elementary schools run by the brothers in the Brothers of the Christian Schools. In 1859, he was assigned to teach at the Institute St. Berthouin. This is a boarding school in the village of Malone. In here, he struggled as a class teacher, coping with the demands of both teaching and prefecting. He was rescued by the brother in charge of the courses in music and art, at that time an important feature of the curriculum. From then on, Brother Mutien was not only an effective teacher of those subjects, a vigilant prefect in the schoolyard, and a catechist in a nearby parish, but also a tremendous influence on the students by his patience and evident piety.
After several years of completing his novitiate, he was then assigned to a school called Institute of St. Berthouin in Malone, to which he had to spend the next 58 years. Upon entering the school, he struggled with the demands of both being a teacher and a religious prefect. With a great number of students with the nature of being disruptive and troublesome, he struggled to remain even-tempered given the situation. Their headmaster, Brother Moffroy, refused to renew his 3-year vows as a brother. During his time, Christian brothers were strict and so good in nature to which they did not want the image of their school to look bad, and their definition of a Christian did not fit to Brother Mutien's actions.
Another social reality during his time is poverty. Poverty was a big issue back then as many people suffered from hunger and could not afford proper education. Saint Mutien Marie dedicated himself to help the poor and marginalized in his community. He chose to teach the poor people despite the fact that he could have been teaching an elementary class in boarding school. He secretly enjoys teaching the poor more than all his other regular duties.
Putting it in Mutien's perspective, he was truly passionate about his profession in teaching and serving the community. Mutien is a proponent for education and an evangelist of the living gospel of God. Given the demands of his profession, he went through hard trials to overcome the encumbrance in his duties as a teacher and as a brother. Despite the fact of being maltreated by the administration, Mutien Marie further grows into being an apostolate of education by recognizing his duties to serve God and the community with passion, patience, gentleness, and genuine holiness.
Brother Mutien continued to work on himself by continuously praying, studying, and building meaningful relationships with the people around him. Over time, he discovered that he can provide modest services such as supervision and supplementary lessons in art and music. Brother Mutien Marie became a person of sensibility and empathy, rather than an intellectual. The students, as well as the rest of the staff, grew to love him because of his gentleness, patience, and genuine holiness. From then on, Brother Mutien became a worthwhile vigilant, perfect in the institute and priest community as he continued to help the community through his service with patience and piety.
Mutien Marie manifested his commitment to the youth by building a connection with them in service and in faith. He went beyond his capabilities to uplift the education of the youth and help them to be servant leaders for God and the community. The struggles and challenges he faced did not hinder him from fulfilling what he loves for his community. Nevertheless, in today's pandemic, there are many opportunities to help society, to protect those who are vulnerable, and to aid those who are at loss.
We go beyond our capabilities to fulfill zeal in any way we can, as we believe that it is selfish to accumulate knowledge only within the classroom. Mutien was a shining example to the youth in prayer. He found the grace to remain joyfully faithful in the service of Christ and the fellow men around him in his 58 years of service. With this, he commanded respect from the youth who loved nothing more than to follow him in order to get to know Christ. With that, he remains committed to the youth. Thank you for watching.